And I'm back. And what we're going to do today is a bit of plumbing in the catacombs. We're going under the house. All right. We're going to need this in a moment. Okay, so what I'm going to do here today is I'm going to tap into the existing drain system and put the hose, the discharge hose from a dishwasher into it. Now normally that discharge hose runs along inside your kitchen, you know, all the way around over to the drain under the kitchen sink. But I didn't want to do that in this case because it was an easy path right under the house, and then just tap it into one of the pipes and put a P-trap there of its own. And I thought that would be the way I wanted to do it, so here we go. Okay, now we're in the catacombs under the house. All right, and right up here, that's where the drain for the dishwasher comes through the wall. It just happened to come down through the side of this beam, but that's okay. All right, and I got lots of length down here. And what I'm going to do is when I hook it into the pipe, I'm going to put this nozzle on it, and so we can basically put the hose right onto this, into that ABS drain system. And I'm going to leave a little bit of slack. I think I need about that much slack so that I can pull the dishwasher out. You know, when it comes time to do maintenance on the dishwasher, I'll have a little bit of slack in it. I'll just tuck that up out of the way until I need to. But that'll work as good as any. Now, not everybody gets to look in here. Now, and like they say, what's that old saying when you're in somewhere that you might stick something in your pocket? Keep your hands clapping. So keep your hands clapping while you watch this. I mean, there's a little bit of everything in here. This is the catacombs of everyday projects. This is just one of them, but a lot of good stuff in here. Okay, so here's a gray water drain, comes from the shower, and I've got a clean out here, and the whole thing is sloped downhill to the other end of the house where it goes down and goes into the sewer system. So what I'm going to do, initially I was going to cut through here and put a fitting, but what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to take out this clean out. Okay, there shouldn't be much there. Shouldn't be. Okay, because that's all downhill. Okay, and so what I've got is I've got a threaded piece like this, an adapter for 2-inch. All right, so that'll screw into a 2-inch, you see here. That'll screw in there. I'm just going to show you roughly. And then I'm going to glue a piece of 2-inch into it. And then I'm going to put an adapter on there like that. A sanitary tee that's going to take a line from over here. And then I've got another cap that I'll just put in the end here. I'll glue that in there, another access. Okay, and that way if I ever need to snake the line, I can snake it. Okay, and that's how that's going to go together. And there's going to be a pipe, 1.5-inch pipe coming off of here over to a P-trap that I'm going to put that line in. So what we're going to use is the standard grade yellow ABS cement. Okay, so we're going to take this out of here, and we're going to put that ABS cement right on these threads. So that's going to be a permanent connection right in there. So get this stuff, and we'll put it right on here like that. We'll apply it on the inside of here as well. And we're going to screw that together quickly, like so. Going. All right. All right. So that's the one we wanted first. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to glue the rest of the fittings in there. That's just going to join that to the next fitting. Okay, like that. Okay. And that's good, just like that. All right, now next is the sanitary tee. We're going to want to make sure that that little elbow is facing towards the drain, so it's going to go in there like that. All right, just like that. Okay. And then I want to make sure this is aimed this way, just like that. Okay, finger in there and tidy those up. There. Goes together pretty quick, right? And then the last thing goes on is my new cap. And that has a threaded piece that we're just going to leave sealed with the O-ring. Okay, so we can access it, so we can clean it out. All right, so now I'm going to glue that into the end, like so, like that. And lift it off. Okay, that's in there. All right, so the end of it is just going to be that threaded cap, just like that. And that one's not going to be glued in. That'll give us an access to put a snake down in there if we ever want to get in there. Okay, so that's now closed off. Now we got our 1.5 inch opening here. All right, and I've got a length of 1.5 inch pipe that I'm going to take over this way because it'll be closer to where the hose comes down through the floor. All right, so let's glue that in there. Okay, so this is what I've come up with. See, I've got it glued in there. I got my P-trap here, and I got a piece of pipe coming out here, and I've got a fitting in the end that's got threads on it. Okay, we got that fitting, some Teflon tape on it, and we're gonna screw that into the end of the pipe. Okay, then we got our drain hose from the dishwasher. Finally, that's gonna go on here. And we've got a hose clamp. Put that on there, like so. And we're going to tighten that down. Okay. Are we glued in here? And we put a sanitary tee here, facing this way. The clean out on the end. And this is, by the way, a vented pipe. When this goes over here, there's a vent that goes up and joins into the roof. So that is vented, so I didn't have to vent it because that pipe it's going into is already vented. And this is what they call the trap arm right here. So you need to have a minimum trap arm length of twice the diameter of the pipe you're using in here. So that's plenty long. You'd have to have, you know, at least, what would that be, 4 inches. Over here, and we got about, what, 10 inches. That's good. You can't have it any shorter than that or it'll siphon out of the trap. And we got this piece in here and the hose going into it. And anyway, that's how that's done, or at least that's how I did it, and it'll work fine. Anyway, not everybody would do it that way. Most people would vent their dishwasher in under the sink, but in this case, you know, the dishwasher's mounted on the floor right above here. And just because my plumbing is right here, I just thought it'd be easier to run it down under the house than to hook it in under the sink. I never did like those lines, you know, an extra source of a leak to happen under the sink, right? So this way here, it comes immediately down through and into here. And if it did happen to drip down here in the crawl space someday, it's no big consequence. But if you get a water leak under the sink, you know, up in the kitchen, you know, that's a nightmare. Anyway, that's how I did it. It's not how everybody would do it, but that'll work for me. Make a comment if you like, and if you haven't subscribed, now is a perfect time to subscribe. You know, a subscription isn't a paid thing. It's more like a bookmark, you know, like if you like what I do here and you want to remember where it is and get back to it easily, just click subscribe. There's no cost. And, you know, next time you go on YouTube, any new videos that I've put up will show up in your feed, and that's it. You know, there's no one's going to hound you for money or anything like that. Some people don't understand what subscribing means, but that's all it is. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more of it, just click subscribe and you'll get to see my videos as they come up. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again here very soon on Everyday Projects. Bye for now.